Tonight, from Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia Eagles taking on Taylor Heineke and the Washington Commanders.
Opened back in 2003. Have a look at the link. Lincoln Financial Field, where 70,000 are rocking and ready to go in Philadelphia. Tonight we polish off Week 10 with a good Monday night matchup between the Washington Commanders and the Philadelphia Eagles. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And no run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. So here are the Commanders making their way out. They'll be brought out by a player who was undrafted back in 2015 out of Old Dominion. Last season, his first as a starter, it's Taylor Heineke.
And the numbers were not pretty. I mean, they don't look right. When you throw 2 interceptions, no touchdown passes, there's no way to really make that work. But I thought there were a lot of positives in watching his game tape. I think he's close to putting on a good performance. Let's see if he can flip those numbers around in this game. And, of course, rally his team to a win.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. First carry of the game for Brian Robinson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. Now, this defense for the Eagles, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
They sure did, and the key number to me was total offense allowed, which was barely over 100 yards. That's a heck of a sign that this defense is really putting all the pieces together and doing it cohesively.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Robinson will try to pick it up. It's a gain of 4, and it gets him the first. Now Heineke. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
A couple of 1st downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Throwing on 2nd down. Heineke winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete. The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though. To throw is Heineke. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And the Eagles will take over possession here up at the 44. Remember, Charles, this is the #1 defense in the NFL, and they proved their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, it's earned it by their play. The psychology is, okay, they're #1. They have to prove it to us, and they tried to attack. They found out that that ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 44. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. He'll get it up near midfield to the 49 before being taken down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Hurts sets up to throw it. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts. Throw left side complete. That's Smith. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it's 2nd down. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. Only a yard on the pickup, and now they've got a 3rd down and 8. Here's Hurts to throw. That's swung out wide to Sanders. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down. Interesting decision here. Opening drive, Charles. 4th and short. You're in field goal range. We'll see what they do.
I just shake a fist at my offense and say, go get it, guys. Because if you can't pick up 4th and short here, we're probably in trouble the rest of the game. Show some confidence. Show some aggressiveness. Go pick it up.
So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. The kick by Elliott is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. Well, it's not the touchdown that they wanted, CD, but still, they got to be pretty happy here. You steal the ball away from them on their opening possession, and you turn that into the early 3-0 lead.
Yeah, you painted the picture perfectly there. All the things that have gone on, and the important thing, other than the lead, of course, is as you described, both sides of the ball now have some momentum.
Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. Their 2nd drive here of the ballgame, Charles. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up. It bent a little but didn't break, only giving up the 3 points.
Yeah, obviously they left some points on the table there. Their last.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football.
Partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack, because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
A give running left. It's Sanders. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. It's an Eagles 1st down on a gain of 11.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this 2nd go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Hurts. Eluding the pressure right. This is caught. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Sermon. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Good work there, holding them out on 1st down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Grant Calcaterra with his first career NFL touchdown. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
This is why a lot of play callers love play action in this spot. You just want to freeze the linebackers just for a second. Then you got a chance to get a quick pass into your tight end right behind them for a touchdown.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. Just a 4-play drive that time. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And here comes Danny Johnson now from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Commanders' offense with Taylor Heineke in charge heading back out. And he's been loose with the football early. Interceptions on the first couple of drives as they start again here. We'll see if he can do better. 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. Throwing again on 2nd down. Heineke. He'll get this into the hands of Antonio Gibson. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. These two teams have met earlier in the season in Philly with the Eagles winning that ball game. So they're trying to win here in Philadelphia to capture the season series. On 2nd down, a run with Gibson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Heineke. He gets it to Thomas. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
On 3rd down, Robinson. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
They'll run for it with Robinson. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Heineke now. This a quick slant, and he's got Terry McLaurin. And he's going to get this down near the 25. Robinson up the middle. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. On play action, Heineke. And Thomas has it. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Looking to throw, Heineke. He's got it. Touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Commanders are back within a score. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks, because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So that drive spans 13 plays, and the result, a touchdown for Washington. Out of the end zone comes Smith, and he returns this to the 22. This offense returns to the field, and the former Penn State star Miles Sanders, we're going to look at him. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. Sanders here as they run out of the gun, and he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Throwing is Hurts. It's caught by Sanders. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Only able to gain a couple there, and that'll make it 2nd down. So, CD, you look at this offense and what they've been able to do. 8-0, perfect through the first 2 months of the year. Second half of the season still to come. We get that. But what kind of a percentage chance do you think that they have of running the table?
Partner, I think it's hard to say, because history would tell us that the chances aren't good at all. We've seen a lot of good teams get to this point, and then they have that one bad week and takes them out of the running. I'm going to say 25%, and I feel like I'm being generous with that number.
And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Give him 32 on the play.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a 1st down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. 3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal. Boston Scott, his first carry, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
So they're back at the 7 now for 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Hurts. Buying time to his left. Hard throw, incomplete. So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal. This just a 24-yard attempt. The kick by Elliott is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
And once again, we'll see Taylor Heineke in the Commanders' offense.
Last series, the ball never hit the ground. 6 of 6, touchdown pass, so whatever he did then, do it again, right?
Yeah, it reminds me a lot of when I watched the best quarterbacks throw 7-on-7 or even routes versus air. They're accurate. The receivers catch it. The ball never touches the ground. Or if you want to take it to basketball, a well-executed fast break, right? Pass, pass, pass. Finish at the rim, basket. Yeah, ball never hits the ground there either.
Again, it's Robinson. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Washington on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. Now Heineke got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Handoff now to Robinson. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
2nd down and a run by Robinson.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
This defense is really floating around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Washington on 3rd down.
They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Throwing. Heineke
Steps away. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. Back deep for Philadelphia, Devontae Smith.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback.
Now back to work for Miles Sanders in the Philly offense.
The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success at least so far here in the 2nd quarter.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Hurts. Out route pass complete to Goddard.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take what you can get situation. Got out to the tight end, Now it gives them much better opportunity to convert on third down.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Here's Aaron Sipos out now to punt on fourth down.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return.
And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Set to go again. Here's Brian Robinson in the Commander offense.
He's had a good chunk of carries. Problem is for very little success. I don't want to put it all on his shoulders, but that's a big reason they're losing right now.
Have to be very careful that he doesn't start pointing fingers. Offensive line obviously trying. The defense has done a nice job against him today. When it's all said and done, it's all about the guy in the mirror. He has to get it done better going forward.
See if he can look and do some soul searching now. They'll run again here with Robinson. And he'll work this one up to about the 38.
3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. Heineke.
Thomas has got it. Complete.
And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
They brought in a heavy set on third down, and that usually means running play, but we have seen them throw out of that formation, and sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one, wound up hitting him for a first down.
A first down throw for Heineke. This pass hauled in by Dotson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Heineke trying to get him up to the line quickly.
Throwing on 2nd and long.
Heineke. He's going to drop this one down to Gibson.
And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Heineke to throw it.
To the right side and complete to Thomas. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll bring up 4th down.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And he's gonna miss this one. Wide to the left from distance. It's no good, and the deficit will stay at 2 field goals.
Going to get one final possession in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Over the middle, complete. It's Smith. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. John Simon that time coming through to make the play.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We begin with something never said before in NFL history. Let's start out in Germany. That's right, Munich, the site for the early tilt between Seattle and Tampa Bay, where it was the host Buccaneers who were able to come away with that victory. Leonard Fournette, what a game. 3 touchdown runs in the victory. From there, let's head west to see what's going on with the Raiders at home in Las Vegas. And they fall in that one to the visiting Indianapolis Colts. Matt Ryan, strong as usual in the victory as his guys run their record now to 7-3. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to... get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. So already not the best of kick returns there, but that penalty, that adds insult to injury and backs him up even closer to the goal line.
Yeah, not ideal field position to begin a drive, is it? Because the extra pressure now goes on the offense. They've got to get some early yards and get away from the shadow of their own goalposts. What every offense wants to do in this situation, get 2 first downs to help out with field position at the least.
It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. It's a second down run with Sanders. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage.
An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down.
And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10.
Hurts, he's going to drop this down to Sanders. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. They'll look to throw.
Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground.
John Simon, his 2nd sack of the night.
He's known for his legs and his fancy footwork, but he's not getting much of a chance to use it here. The defense continued to hold the upper hand by bringing him down on that play.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And this will pin him nicely inside the 20 as it's out of bounds at about the 14-yard line.
First possession of the second half now for Washington. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense him saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
40 yards on the ground for him so far.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Robinson with another carry.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great. Because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
On 3rd down, Heineke.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
It was starting to become a game for him to forget with the interceptions, but that's a step in the right direction. Not only did he choose to run it instead, but he saw the field well and made a nice pickup to get a new set of downs.
Robinson, he'll try the left side.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
He's been making himself a weapon as a runner, and the results, they've been welcomed by his offense. My question is about the defense we're watching right now, partner. Even after he got him with a scramble earlier this drive, they still aren't devoting enough attention to him. I would expect that after that carry, they'll do a much better job going forward, spying on him on passing downs.
Heineke, throw complete there to Thomas. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches. On the give, here's Robinson.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw.
And he'll complete this to Gibson.
And he goes down at the 26. A pickup of 13, and that last play began at the 13. First down.
On 1st and 10, Heineke.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Fletcher Cox in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, we've seen how this quarterback can beat you with his legs. Saw it earlier on this drive, as a matter of fact. But that time, they had him covered.
They really gave him no place to escape because oftentimes they're able to find a crack, a sliver, anything that can get them upfield. On that occasion, nothing open at all, and they swarmed him.
A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12.
Robinson gets the toss on the right side.
The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on third down. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to fourth down.
I'm actually looking at this play with defensive eyes here, partner, because they were still laser focused on him after his earlier exploits on this drive. I think they went back to the well just a little bit too soon. He got across the line of scrimmage, but they certainly weren't giving up much more than that.
Field goal unit and Joey Sly now.
From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt.
Sly able to put this one through.
And that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. So here are the Eagles to take over. They've gone 2 months without a loss, 8 straight wins for them, and they've got the lead here in this one as well, trying to make it 9 in a row. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll start with a handoff to Sanders, and he'll get this up just shy of the 30. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Back to throw.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
They'll look to throw here. Dancing to his left, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Jonathan Allen drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
The Eagles send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Uses the stiff arm. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see.
On 2nd and 9, Heineke. Target is to Dotson, and he's got him.
It'll be a gain of 5, and now we've got a 3rd and 4.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
They go play action. Now Heineke. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there. Needed 4.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
Here's Tressway now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10.
Back to throw here. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is, he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And that will come the offense as they take over. A look at Washington as they come onto the field.
Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead.
They begin the drive with Robinson. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. From the 27th, Heineke. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds.
And the play fake, and now Heineke. And he finds McLaurin. And he's going to have a Commander's 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Heineke now looking to throw on 1st down. Open man is the tight end, John Bates. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Again, it's Heineke.
It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Late in the game, he's certainly doing everything in his power to buy time for his guys to make a play. But in this case, he's surrounded, and all he has room to do is to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Straight ahead, Gibson.
Oh, good move. And he's going to take this close to the 1st down marker as he stopped at the Eagles' 28. From here, it would be a 45-yard field goal attempt, certainly in range, but they'll look for more yardage on 3rd down.
From the gun, Heineke.
Flush to his right.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
3rd and short, and they decided not to run for it, and he's able to escape the pressure, finds a clear throwing lane outside the pocket, gets the completion, and picks up the 1st down.
Heineke on first down. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. The line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Thomas. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5.
On the draw, Robinson. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 4th down. He got out of bounds. That's a good thing, but still short of the first.
And now, since this brings up 4th down, the defensive play caller, grab your nerves, because now you don't want to be so amped up that you give them a first down by getting out of your lanes, but you also don't want to just lay back and let them have it easily.
So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here.
Sly able to put this one through.
And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. Well, you talk about clutch. That one was right down Broadway, and this game's all even here in the 4th.
Yeah, he didn't leave any doubt, did he? Good snap, good hold, dead center. Almost like a big-time golfer in a major, firing at a pin from the fairway, trying to win the tournament going down the stretch.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Philadelphia's offense ready to go again. And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this 4th quarter. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. Up past the 30, 2nd down coming up.
Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Sanders. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. Hasn't had his best game running the football here tonight, but hey, that's a critical spot right there to convert on 3rd down, and he did it.
And the lights are shining just a little bit brighter right now, aren't they? You remember the beginning of the game? If he gets this first down, everybody's happy. That's cool. But here, that was critical, and it really energizes them.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10.
Hurts.
Got him in. Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football.
And it's Washington that scoops it up.
And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over. Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Hurts to throw. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. Hurts sets up to throw it. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the 1st down. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to break our 4th quarter tie. The kick by Elliott is good. And they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The Washington offense set to take over. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. 1st down, Heineke. He's going to drop this underneath for Robinson.
And he's able to get up here to the 26.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. To throw is Heineke.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides.
Back to throw.
Gets this to Gibson.
And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44.
10 yards there. Good for a Washington 1st down.
Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. 1st down, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Flushed out right. Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball, so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts
as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Another run with Sanders. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to swell the lead to 6. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good, and that will keep this a 3-point game. Heineke now in the Washington offense. Down 16-13, a minute 8 to go. A fourth straight defeat looming on the horizon, barring a comeback here as they've got it with a first down. Maybe an important fourth quarter miss as this stays a 3-point game.
Yeah, now overtime is very much in the equation here. Just what you mentioned, a 3-point game. They get a drive, put it through the posts. We could have some free football, couldn't we?
Throws the out route and completes it to Samuel. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. And returns it right back to Samuel. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. He's back to throw. Being chased out left. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Patrick Johnson from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8. Well, Charles, I know you have a lot of questions. So do I about the decision there at the end. It had the potential game-time field goal. Yes, it would have been a long field goal, but they passed it up, and they lose the game.
And you're right, partner. We all have questions.